Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Let's see here. What can I say? It feels good to be back doing this. It feels great. You know, we're back in the swing of things, man. My man. I have to say, you just brought up a good point. This is the first episode that Ronnie and Freddie are on at the same time. Look at that.
It's good to be a part of this with you, my friend.
Yeah. Hey, Freddie, how you doing today?
Hey, go fuck yourself. Erroneous.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's
cool. Great, man. So let's get into it, man.
Yeah, let's dive right into it.
So let's dive right into this. We are going to change things up a little bit. We are
going to get naked.
No. Let's swing into things. We're gonna jump into our Sunday shout out, and then we got a little something fun.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So on today's Sunday shout out, what's going on? All right, cool. So I got my shout out is for the Spirit of Halloween.
Yeah.
Stores opening up all across the country.
Spirit of Halloween.
Probably just in South Jersey. And
I'm sure they're open all over the place.
I couldn't think of a Sunday shout out, and I don't like to stress over it. There's so many people that I love and want to give a shout out to.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's places, sometimes it's pumpkin spice coffee. It could be anything. So you never know.
It's true. You never know, man.
You never know. So Spirit of Halloween, we all drive past it. We all see opening soon. We get excited. Halloween's my favorite time of the year.
Yes.
October, November. I love that time.
I like that fall season.
Fall is amazing. You got the bonfires, the hoodies, you know, all my favorite, activities.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Spirit of Halloween, go check it out. Go have some fun in there. Put on some masks, send some pictures, send them to my DM, text them to me, have fun with it. Or you could just be a boring ass lame person and sit at home and not do any of that stuff. It's your choice. It's your life. Make the best of it. Spirit of Halloween.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Awesome. I actually have a Sunday shout out.
Yes.
I'm going to shout out to my sister, Corey. She just became a cottage baker. Nice. Yeah, she just got certified and all that stuff. She's gotten her thing going down in Georgia, man. She's getting it up and running and all that stuff. She's always posting pictures of, bacon and all that stuff. Yeah. So she found her passion and everything.
That's awesome.
So
So you know what that means? I expect her to ship some stuff,
some cookies here,
and we
man.
can have it on display.
Yeah, well, she likes
with the coffee and there. Come on.
Yeah, she watches the episodes, especially she likes the ones with you're on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. She said that too. I think.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely, man. She's a big fan of Halloween as well. I see her. She's sending pictures of watching Halloween movies and it's like so many days to Halloween and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And man. So I guess Ronnie made a request to you, Corey. You got to make some cookies and ship them out to us.
Send some cookies, whatever else you can, ship them on out, and we'll enjoy them. We'll have a taste test right here.
Yeah, we'll do it live, man.
Live, absolutely.
Do it live on the show, man.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
That'll be a whole thing.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Good stuff. Yeah, man. I actually just saw her. This past May. I went down with my mom. Hadn't seen her in quite a few years. She had moved and everything else like that. So it was great, man. That was a good moment. Reconnecting with family.
Yeah.
Seeing each other and everything. And, it was good times.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So Ronnie has some stuff for me here.
So it's a new thing I'm going to start doing, and it's called Questions for Karl.
Oh, boy.
All right? Karl, I have a question for you, my good friend.
Go right ahead, man.
And I'm just going to shout them out, and you're going to give it back to me.
Okay, man.
All right? Don't waste time thinking about it and all that. I just want to know.
Okay.
All right?
Gotcha.
So first one, favorite food?
Sushi.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. Your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Okay. Thanksgiving? Interesting. You like turkey?
It's not necessarily the turkey. It's more of like the family coming together. Like when I was younger, two things for Thanksgiving. It was a holiday that everyone came together, sat around the table, had dinner, and all that stuff. I know I'm getting right into it, man. But the next day after Thanksgiving would be the first day of wrestling practice.
Okay.
So it would be the feast, and then it's the suffering afterwards.
I got you. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. All right. And now the last question is, what's the first thing you would do with $1 billion?
I'd probably share it with my friends. $1 billion.
Are you not the perfect person, bro?
No.
Share it with my friends. I wouldn't think of a single friend if I got $1 million. You share it with me?
I'd share
I would think of you immediately if I got $1 million.
$1 million? Yeah. $1 billion. $1 billion.
All the money in the world, let's just say.
Everyone pretty much I had on the show.
How much would you give me?
Well, depending on how much is left over after taxes. All that stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd give you enough to where you're sustainable. Probably.
Give me a good number. I'll get up and walk out right now.
I'd have to say.
Can it be over $1,000?
$5 million.
Yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here,
bro. I'd give you $5 million, man.
You're not giving me $5 million.
If I had $1 billion,
if you had
$1 billion, what am I going to do with all that money?
I wouldn't take $5 million from you. I would just say, keep 4, give me $1 million, and I'm happy.
Well,
with that.
Yeah, man. What am I going to do with all this money?
I'm just kidding, bro. I would take the $5 million.
Yeah, I give you $5 million.
Absolutely.
Just enjoy life and just keep out. The only request I would say.
Yeah.
I talked to this to Kenny. He was on the show before, man, and my man, he's such a good dude.
I love him.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
I want to have him back on again.
Yeah.
Want to have him with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna really get into some crazy conversations. But man, he said it, man. What did he say? It was so good. I'm gonna have to talk to him again, man. And he's like, well, what am I gonna do with all this money?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I could live sustainably, easily with $5 million.
Right.
But at the same time too, it's like, what am I gonna do with all this stuff, man?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna share it with everyone. This is the thing I said. I have 2 requests. Mm-hmm. One would be that wherever you set up shop, wherever you live, is if you had, a house, a mansion, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just if you had one room in your house to where I could just stay whenever I wanted.
Yeah.
For as long as I wanted to.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would be something like that to where I would just go meet friends and just stay with them.
Yeah.
Just for like maybe a couple days, just see how they are with their life and everything. And then just pick up and move, man, and just keep it moving.
Lucky for you, the room that I would give you would be the room that I'm also in. So
beds?
Do you want the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
Yeah, man, bunk beds. So we have more room for activities.
Can we turn our beds into bunk beds?
Yeah, man. There's a little shout out to Freddie there and Step Brothers. And
absolutely. I love that movie. So no matter how much money you have, is it enough to keep you happy? And that is today's topic.
Yeah, man. Today's topic. We're
going
to talk about
let's dive right into it.
Happiness
Sir
and all that
Karl.
stuff. So I'd have to say, what is happiness? Pretty much. Like that's the real definition of it. Are you accepting of things? The moments of your life, or do you accept who you are? You see what I'm saying? Like, is that part of your happiness to be truly happy? Because a lot of people, they're on social media scrolling and watching these influencers and people that have been given stuff through money and all that stuff, right, have been given a life and opportunity and everything. And majority of people don't have that money, don't have that opportunity. Yeah. And they're kind of like, there's a sadness, I would have to say, that people feel that they could never achieve those goals, or they're in hopes of achieving those goals, which could happen with a song, by them becoming popular and doing that stuff, which is, there's a lot of talented people out there. There's a lot of TV shows, America's Got Talent, all those different things. Like people are trying to make it with like that one shot.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We'll look at like famous artists like Eminem, him and singing and everything, him trying to make it, with, Biggie as well. Those guys live in real life.
Right. And they came from nothing.
Exactly.
That's also something to think about.
And it can happen. Yeah, but at the same time too, what's your drive and motivation for that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of their drive and motivation is because they have nothing.
Exactly. It can't get worse than this.
Right.
I can only.
Right. My life is pretty much failing at everything that I try to do. So why not just try this? If I fail, I'm used to it anyway.
Yeah. What's going to happen?
Right.
You can't take anything more away from me without trying.
And I think their hunger, whether you're, singer, actor, actress, whatever, your hunger comes from those rough times and from, the sadness and not having things that you want and being unhappy and not having that happiness. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's their drive. It's like, I'm just going to go for it. Mm-hmm. What else do I have?
It's true.
You know what I mean? Sure. Kind of like this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You're putting all your time and energy into this because it makes you happy.
Absolutely. And I feel like that's one of the big things, man. It's like, I'm generally happy all the time.
Yeah.
But there are moments that really stick out with me like this. Yeah. I'm doing this. You're a part of this as well.
Yeah.
You're allowing me to do this. I couldn't do this by myself, man. I tried one time and I'm like, yeah.
I'm still hoping to get like maybe a 15-minute show with just you by yourself, reflecting on from the beginning up to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe we can get that. I'll try to get you to come out of your shell a little more.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
You know what I mean? I think you could do it. It's your voice. I've heard so many people tell me that your voice is soothing.
Well, that's good, man. Yeah, a lot of people, they said that they're like, oh man, this is like putting me to sleep.
Oh, but in a good way.
Yeah, they were saying, they were busting my chops saying
right.
turn this on, snore fest.
You can make money doing that if you just if you promote yourself to like, hey, if you're having trouble sleeping, I'll come over. I'll sit by your bed. Yeah, I'm not saying get into bed with them.
Just play. I'll have to look into that, and there might be some things to where Yeah.
Like you could pay extra. You can charge extra for you to actually come to their house.
Yeah.
And just sit by their bed and watch them. And
watch them go to sleep.
Yeah, and just talk.
It just sounds so...
Just talk. You're just like...
sounds so weird.
I'm watching you and...
you look so relaxed.
You look so relaxed.
No, bro. That's so funny. Oh, man.
Yeah, man. But I want to let you know that you make me happy. And I'm grateful that, to be a part of this with you as well. And these days I look forward to coming here with you, and you're fulfilling my happiness.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And that's something that I want to hold on to and keep doing because it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And no amount of money, like, if I found $100 on the ground, it would make me happy for the moment. Oh my God, I'm surprised I got $100, but I'm more happier coming here with you than finding $100 on the floor. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing, man. More and more as I get older, I'm more connecting the dots of, I guess if you want to call it destiny or the universe giving you a sign for something. So someone reached out to me and they're like, hey, I'm having a little trouble with my finances. And I'm like, all right. So they asked me I said, how much? They said this amount. So I gave them that plus some, so I said, hey, if you need this, here's a little extra, for some rainy days or if something else happens, just to have a little cushion and all that stuff. And they were very appreciative and all that. And then, I think maybe a week later in the mail from my insurance company, they wrote me a check of like triple that amount. Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
out of nowhere, just unexpected.
Yeah. Well, I think at I don't know what it is, man, but, every so often, like I guess it was like an excess amount and the escrow or something. And they're like, here you go. Yeah. Here's this check. That's awesome. Like, oh, wow. So I'm like, I just made that money back plus triple, so in the moment of being caring and loving to this person, like it's the universe, like, oh man,
that's karma, man.
I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So,
what, you would be the type to help somebody, but then give them a little extra boost as well. Yeah. That's what type of person you are, man. Yeah. And
so, but here's another thing too, man. So not to draw back on that question is if I won $1 billion or whatever, because they did play the Mega Millions when it was like $1 billion.
Right. Yeah.
I just looked at like sometimes people don't know what to do with money. Another thing too, some people are very irresponsible when they get all that money.
Yeah.
What I would do is at first I would go to a bunch of people, man, and just pay their house off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Pay their cars off. Here,
right.
you're now debt free.
Yep. Yeah. We're not saying we're going to give you a bunch of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You're going to give them enough to take away some of that stress in their life.
But I would take care of my family. My family would be taken care of
Absolutely,
for life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and all that stuff.
Yeah. So. Because you're the type of friend, if you eat, everyone eats.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the Italian in me or whatever you want to call it, but it's maybe it's just just the caring part. Like I want to see other people happy or succeed.
You're not selfish, man.
Yeah, I try not. I do have some selfish tendencies.
Yeah, we all do.
So again, like this, I'm doing this. I'm a little bit selfish because this is like therapy for me.
Yeah.
You know, for the longest time, I felt like no one would listen to me.
Yeah.
You know, and I had some pretty good ideas and all that stuff. And I don't know if it was just I wasn't being assertive enough to putting my point across, because I don't feel like you should be shoving anyone's ideas down someone's throat or, making them listen or making them. I'm like, hey, man, here's the idea, or this is what I think, or this is what I say, and, take it for what it is and, go from there. So now I'm like, well, if people want to listen, they can listen.
Yeah.
And there's no one stopping me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you want to listen, listen. If you don't want to listen,
right,
then don't listen. Like,
it doesn't matter because, you always have me and Fred.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're always going to be here to listen. And I know you're going to be here for me.
Yeah, man.
Even when we're not recording and doing this, I can reach out to you. And if I'm not feeling happy, because, we're on the subject of happiness, and your friends and family and people that you keep close, they're the key to your happiness as well. I mean, you have to make yourself happy. Like we were saying before, you can't love someone until you love yourself.
Absolutely.
Right. You can't really be fully happy, with other people's accomplishments or things in the world if you're not happy with yourself. And that's the little selfish part, because you do come first, man.
You have to take care of yourself.
100%. So, that happiness is, it's good to give to make other people happy. You also have to give yourself.
You have to,
And I think that's what made you maybe want to create something like this, because I feel like you were reaching out to try to find that happiness and that outlet to really speak and get things off your chest. And you know what I mean? And
absolutely,
you
man.
did, man. And that's what you're inspiring to me, because your motivation and your steps to seek that happiness and to accomplish your goals and stuff, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you, man. You're one of the smartest people that I know.
Thanks.
And
I appreciate that.
And he's starting to blush.
You always do it, man.
I know.
You always do it. I feel like that's your goal and all that stuff.
Yeah,
man.
of course, man. Look, man, I love your smile, dude. And I want to bring out that excitement and happiness in you. And because I know there's so much in there and so much love you have to give and happiness you want to share with people. And that's what we're here for, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the biggest thing, man. Like I want to share this experiences with my friends and family,
right,
and have them come on and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I've had so many people tell me no, but that's fine, man. I get it. Yeah. They're not ready, or they don't want to put themselves out there, and I get it, man. That's fine, no problem.
What's something that makes you the most happy?
Something that makes me the most happy, like right now.
Yeah. Let's just say right now. Other than this.
Other than this?
Yeah, because this is obvious. Like throughout your day, what is something that, you know what? I'm looking forward to that because that makes me happy.
It's I don't know. I guess working out. That makes me happy because that makes me feel good about myself.
Right. And then that is a domino effect.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes you happy to do that because you're seeing results. Mm-hmm. Those results turn into motivation. That motivation turns into self-love. Mm-hmm. That self-love turns into this ball of energy that you can now project onto other people.
Yeah. Not only that is, when you do work out, and stuff, there's some chemical reactions going on. The endorphins and all that stuff makes you feel good.
Yeah.
That and just like being outside, man.
Yeah.
Just being outside.
Yeah. We're the same. We like the same weather.
Yeah.
It's coming too.
It's coming. Yeah.
We know we're going to go for some walks and really talk about things.
Yeah, man.
We got to figure out a way we're going to record some stuff. I had this idea of recording some stuff while we're out and somehow get it into the show somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even
man.
if it's like handheld footage.
Absolutely.
And, we can edit it in there and we can throw it. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's so many ideas that we can do to take this. But that weather makes me happy. The season makes me happy. I wake up and it's weird how I hate the summer. I love the fall. Yeah. And when I wake up in the fall, my mood is way different than when I wake up in the summer. Yeah. I look forward to waking up and enjoying the day and going outside and stuff. That makes me very happy.
Yeah. I don't know. Recently too, like I've been enjoying the summer as well.
Yeah.
For some reason. Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe just times are changing for me and all that stuff. And just like, I'm just enjoying everything.
Yeah.
That's
happiness. Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
Enjoying everything.
Enjoying everything, man. I'm just so appreciative and just so lucky that I could do the things that I do and, share the experiences with who I share them with. Yeah. And, putting it out there, putting my shit out there on the internet and everything for other people, some random people's going to just like watch my show and be like, who are these people?
Right,
who are these guys?
Yeah. And then relate. Hey, I like what they're saying. I like the energy.
I would hope so, man.
It puts me in a good mood. It makes me happy. I've struggled with happiness for a while because, I fight my demons of anxiety and stuff like that. And the happiness that I try to bring to my life, sometimes I lean towards materialistic things for happiness. Yeah. And that's not really, that's happiness for the moment, and that's not going to make me happy in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you feel, it's almost like crashing, a sugar crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get excited. I get happy if I buy something or if I get something for, vehicles or stuff like that. I'm happy for the moment. Mm-hmm. And then I get sad later on. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know that. But, I feel as though I'm trying to feed my happiness because my tank is always on empty and I'm buying things or I'm seeking, attention from other people to fill that happiness. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm truly not happy.
Man. Yeah, that's tough. And that's, that's that point that a lot of people are seeking for those material items to make themselves happy.
Right.
So I do enjoy good quality things,
right,
at this point in time in my life, comfort and all that stuff. But, I'm not going crazy with things. I I'm wearing this t-shirt. This is like, an undershirt pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I rock undershirts all the time now.
So,
you know what I mean? They're nice. Looks good on you.
Yeah. Just, just relaxing. Just chilling.
Yeah.
I'd have to say. But that goes into a thing of like, if people are seeking those material things, like things you own end up owning you in a sense. So,
right.
You're always seeking those things, man. I don't know why that empty stuff, man. But a lot of it is just really like we were talking about, just being happy in the moment, being happy. You have to pretty much, if you want to call it, count your blessings. Or you have to look at it as, what's going on in my life. Other people are struggling worse than me, and I have to appreciate what I have and what I've done and where I've come from.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things, man. We're always looking for the next level, the next step, but at the same time too, we always can't achieve those things. So we have to be comfortable where we're at.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
But as you were saying before, man, with like anxiety, I wouldn't say depression, but like people get sad and everything. that's just normal.
Yeah.
It's normal life. Anxiety is more of like situational anxiety, I'd have to say. But like those moments will only last so long. You can't really dwell on those moments. That's one of the biggest things, man. Like we have other people affect our happiness by the conversations we just had, or like if we had a fight with them or anything else like that. But we tend to dwell on that stuff, and it ruins our day or days or months. I've really, I'd have to say, really evolved from, I don't know, I'd have to say within the past couple of years or whatever. Just say, hey man, I just got to let things be, pretty much. Yeah. And that was a struggle for me, but learning and everything, like I can't control other people, their emotions, or how they interact or react to me. I can only control myself and how I react in the moment. So I really have to, take care of myself and really control that stuff.
Yeah. No. And other people can see a difference. I see a difference in you from when I first met you to now.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Obviously we're not going to be happy 24/7.
Yeah.
You'd be a lunatic if that were the case. You know what I mean? Hi guys, how are you? Everything's fine. Everything's great. No, that's not real life.
That's not real life. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even want to be around somebody who's that happy, because it seems like it might be a little fake. I want somebody around me who can cry. I want someone around me who can express their anger, their frustrations, their sadness, and help them out and try to bring back that happiness to them.
Yeah. Man.
It's a struggle for me because I feel like I can be a lot more happier than I am. And I just think that...
You think you're holding yourself back, maybe?
Yeah, I'm definitely holding myself back because of fear. And we talked about fear before. My potential to be the happiest I've ever been is being sabotaged by my own fears.
Yeah, we do a lot of self-sabotaging we'll say with any type of relationship, friendships and all that stuff. We tend to overthink things and tend to draw our own conclusions and stuff. Recently, I reached out to a friend of mine, and I was like, always thinking in my head, I'm like, oh no, they're not gonna want to hear this, or. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, well, let's what's the worst thing that can happen? They say no.
Right.
I'm like, that's where I'm at right now. If they say no.
Yeah. So
I reached out to them, and they're like, oh yeah. So completely surprised me, pretty much, in the reaction and everything. So it's just a mind over matter, and kind of like putting it out there and all that stuff. So it's good stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. But I would like to touch on like a few things, man. Do you have any like moments in your life that you would say that you're like ecstatic about, like where you can actually reflect upon? We'll say like you got your first tattoo.
Yeah. It wouldn't be something like that.
Doing your first song.
Oh yeah, the music that I used to do.
Yeah, man. See, look at that smile. You're smiling now too, man.
I know, because that was such a big part of my life and my childhood.
Yeah.
And I was truly happy during those moments, and a lot of people make fun of me for it, but I don't care, man. I could talk about it. It's very odd, and it's not a normal thing that people do because of, skin color. People, they're so close-minded, but growing up, man, I was a white kid who had a lot of, friends that weren't white, and I'm grateful for that because it expanded my mind to other cultures and other people. And, I love my past for that, and I love my parents for raising us in a household where we accepted everybody.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So like, when I was doing rap music, I wasn't doing it because I wanted to be like other people, or I was being phony or fake, or any of the things that people who were closed-minded would say to somebody like that, right?
Absolutely.
I was doing it because that's what me and my friends were doing. You know, we would get together as kids and we would start to freestyle and bust on each other. And it was all fun and we were happy. We were genuinely happy in those moments, right? And then we just started to record it. And then, you know, we had inspiration from all the artists that we listened to. And it was just a thing that we did, right? Just like a skateboarder skateboards or a surfer surfs, right? You're a product of who you're surrounded by, you know? And I was surrounded by a mixture of people who were white, black, Spanish, didn't matter.
Yeah.
And I became a part of them, and they embraced me and accepted me into their culture. And I'm grateful for that because it made me who I am. And I think in our profession, it helps me because I'm able to deal with a large group of, different types of people.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
and
key.
So I was truly happy with when I was doing music, and it's sad because I allowed other people and their negativity to crash that happiness, you know, and I wish I was strong enough to block them out during those times, but I'm only as strong as I am. You know what I mean? I'm not Superman. So, and it's okay. You know, I enjoyed that part of my life. It brought me happiness. And I'll always be grateful for that, you know?
Would you ever think about doing it again or getting? Okay.
Yeah, never.
Okay.
I have zero interest in that because that time is past.
Yeah.
You know, I think about it and I go back and re-listen. I re-listen to a lot of the stuff that I was a part of as far as music and stuff. And I sit and smile. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, you know, I know it's me and I'm listening to it and I'm like, but in my head, I'm like, wow, I feel like I was pretty good. Yeah. And that brings me happiness. You know, during those times, I was the greatest in the world.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And now as an adult, when I listen to it and I'm listening to stuff that I created in my 20s and early 30s and stuff. And I was like, wow, you know, I really enjoy it. And I remember each session, each time I recorded, every time I listened to it, I remember what I was doing during that moment, who I was with, and all of those happy. There was never a negative time when I was in there recording. Just like now me and you were doing this, there's never an unhappy moment or a negative time. Yeah. When I'm coming in here and I give you a handshake and a hug, we embrace each other as brothers. We sit down and do this. I'm happy from the moment I walk in the door all day long.
Oh yeah,
you
man.
know what I
like
mean?
It's like riding that wave. I'm excited about it. It's happening.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the anticipation. Like all I can think about is the next show.
Right.
For me.
Yeah.
And then it's during that time of the show, it's like in that moment, it's like I'm capturing these moments. And that's one of the main things too while I'm doing this is like I'm getting older. My memory's going to fade. And I want something to reflect on and look on in my life. And at the same time too, it's like the people that I have on, it's something for them to look, you know, to remember, go back in the past and be like, hey, I remember this and this was a lot of fun. And it's something for them to show their family and their kids and just you know, reach out to all that stuff. Yeah. And again, just like you, like after the show, man, I feel amazing. Like nothing can bring me down.
Right.
Which is crazy. It's such a great feeling.
I know. And that's why I wish I could do it every day, all day.
I wish I could too.
And now, you know, and then that's why now I see why other podcasters that I watch, you know, they look happy all the time. They're living their best life. Yeah. Can you imagine how happy they are? That's how they're paying their bills.
Yeah. It's doing what they love.
Right. And eventually we'll get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Little by little, man. We're getting there, man.
You're past 100 subscribers and we're still climbing.
I'm at like 122 right now.
Exactly.
That's
every
crazy.
day it goes up a little bit.
Yeah, man.
We're going to celebrate once you get to 200. And
okay.
When you celebrate get to 300 and then 400, wait till you get 1,000.
I can't wait till, you know,
I'm looking at strip naked in front of everybody.
I'm looking at like 500 as a big stepping stone, but 200
little at a time.
Exactly.
Every day you wake up and there's just a little bit more, and that's progression. Yeah. And that's something that, you know, that's happiness building right there.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Because that's more people that watched it. They were happy and they subscribed and they want to see more. Yeah. And we're changing people's lives and we're making, you know, I'm not saying we're going to conquer the world.
No. We're more.
But I think me, you, and Fred could absolutely conquer the world. You know what I'm saying?
We're building a nice. We're building a family. I have
Conquer
to say.
the world.
Conquer the internet world.
Conquer the internet world.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
What else you got?
What do I got? What else do I
anything
got?
else on that piece of paper there?
Yeah. Let's see. I'd have to touch into. Do you have any animals or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
What animal? What type of animals do you have?
So
what do you have?
And this brings me. Look at the smile on my face, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so this outside cat,
this orange cat,
cat, Nello. You've
Nello.
seen him in my videos.
I seen him in your videos.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to ask you.
Right. All right. So his name is Nello, and I named him Nello because he's a ginger, like Fred, and one of my favorite boxers. His name's Canelo Alvarez, and he's a ginger.
Okay.
So Canelo, the boxer, I said, you know what? Let me cut it short. Call my cat Nello. Right.
Interesting.
So Nello the cat, one day he just showed up on my porch.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there. Mm-hmm. And it's rare because cats are very scared. And he just walked right up to me and started like just rubbing on my ankle and just looking up at me. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And so I fed him. And this was years ago. Yeah. He has not left my porch since.
Wow.
He was there when I left to come here. He'll be there when I get home. In my videos on my page where I'm washing my Jeep and just doing things around the yard, I put him in my little video.
Yeah, I seen
He's
that, man.
there. We're companions.
Yeah.
He's my little best friend. And I love him to death, man. And I don't know how long he's going to be here. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah.
All I know is he eats and he runs around, jumps up on trees, and he's active. And, as long as he keeps, trucking along.
Yeah.
He's always going to be welcomed in my life and on my porch.
Awesome.
And he just brings me joy.
Yeah, I see that. I see that, man. Just by you talking about him.
That's right. And I feel great. I feel awesome because you could tell that he loves me because he hasn't left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's my responsibility to take care of him now, and that's what I'm going to do.
That's what I like to see.
Until he's not here no more.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, especially with animals and everything. That's the saddest part, man.
Hey, happy birthday to
my dog, Maxie. Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully, I think I'll be seeing her soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go get some gifts and all that stuff. Yeah. And my other dog, Brody.
I like that name.
Yeah,
Brody.
Mm-hmm. Some wild animals, man. But they bring happiness, to my life and all that stuff.
Amazing love.
Yes, it's unconditional love and all that stuff. It's not like they do need you to survive and everything because they're domesticated,
right?
And all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, it's like you can be having like the worst day ever, and then you just see that dog. It's just or that animal.
I know,
just full of joy to see you and all that, and it's just happy year round, which is crazy, man.
I love it.
I feel like I do have. I feel like I have a strong connection with animals in general. Like for some reason, maybe it's just myself. But I feel like, when I go see them again, it's been a very long time. Yeah. So I'm a little leery of like, are they going to remember me? I'm like, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. There's a bond and a connection with animals.
Yeah.
That stays with them for their whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had gotten Brody when he was like 6 months or something like that. So he was such a pain in the ass though, because he's a border collie and he's always go, man.
Yeah. Are you envious of that energy?
A little bit, but he was, I was envious because I used to get home from work, man, and I'd just be drained.
And he's bouncing off the walls.
He wanted to go, play catch and all that stuff.
Love right there, though.
I used to take him running and all that stuff. But yeah, man.
Can you imagine if humans were that excited when you came home?
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kids.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
until they get to a certain age to where then they start to hate you and they're like, oh, this fucking guy's home.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? But pets are never like that.
Exactly.
They love you from the moment you bring them into your world.
Oh man.
Until it's over and
as long as you take care of them and you treat them right.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because there's a lot of people that think of pets as property and not as like individual, like animals and all that stuff. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like part of your family and everything.
Right. Yep.
So
I love animals more than I love humans.
I do too, man.
I could see a human get struck by a bus.
Okay.
Right. And
I'd have to say certain humans. Now, if this was just some random human that I never knew and didn't know their intentions and all that stuff, but at the same time too, I don't know, man.
I would start to cry and feel so bad if I saw a dog get hit by a car.
Yeah.
More than if I saw a human get hit by a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, I know a lot of people that are like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what animals do to people.
Yeah.
I believe that they're here to help us,
mm-hmm.
to be our companions and to make us happy when we're sad.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't deserve the love that dogs and pets give us. We don't deserve it.
Absolutely.
We don't appreciate it, and we need to, because they're only here for a short period of time.
And we're there for their whole entire life.
Exactly.
Which is crazy,
man. Yeah.
That's the flaws with animals and stuff. Their lifetime is just so short, man. It's heartbreaking at times.
That's why you gotta love them every day you can.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I love you.
I love you too, brother.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, and that's another thing, man. A good friend of mine, he said, I'm not sure if we talked about this before. We might have, I think. What's the difference between time and money? He says, money, you always know what you have.
Yeah.
Time, you never know what you have, which is crazy.
That is
man. Crazy. And that reflects onto happiness. You don't know how long people are in your life.
Right.
So, spread that love and happiness to people, man. And just be a good human around you, man. And when you're a good human to other people will be good to you.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. That's one of the basic things, man, is you do good things happen. You do bad things happen. Now, at the same time, too, the dichotomy of that, you could be a good person your whole entire life, and then something tragic happen.
Right.
But with that tragedy, how you bounce back or how you accept that, it can actually make you a better person even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
You never know what other people are going through in their life.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things that we don't think of other people.
Right. That's why you got to treat everybody with kindness.
Yeah.
Even if they're coming off as, ignorant and disrespectful and stuff. I'm not saying roll over for people.
No.
I'm just saying maybe give them a couple of chances.
Yeah, give them some slack and all that stuff, because maybe you need to be that good person in their life,
right?
For them to reflect on and draw upon, or look at as someone that's good in their life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's too much hate out there, and there's too much anger and selfishness as well.
Yeah. So we definitely need more happiness, and we need to spread that happiness around to people. Even if somebody doesn't like you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just
the littlest thing can maybe change their mind.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
that's the biggest thing.
I am making amends with people.
That's another big thing.
Like I have, and I put my stuff out there. I don't care. I was real tight with Brian, and we work together, and for like 14 years, me and him were real close. We would talk about sports. We had a lot in common with everything. And, I have a lot of love for that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And unfortunately, we allowed political issues to ruin that friendship, and it is. And because it eats me up every day. Every time I see him and we don't speak, it really, I used to be mad at first, and now I'm just upset about it. Because there's no reason to be like that. We could sit down and talk, and
you could disagree about.
We could disagree about things, and I could get immature on social media, and I can post things to try to get reactions out of people, and I take a lot of things as a joke. And that's maybe my fault. Sometimes if I post something, I think it's a joke, it might mean something more to other people. And I think that's where me and him kind of, we clashed, and it ruined a friendship. But I wish him nothing but happiness.
Yeah, man.
I still have a lot of love for him, and
good.
I don't want to hold on to any resentment or anger towards anybody that has a disagreement with me about especially political issues, or anything that's going on in the world that's meant to divide people, because that's what's going on. The media and everything, it's meant to just make us hate each other.
Yeah.
And it's nothing about it is happy. If you turn on the news, put on social media, anything, it's all negative. And we feed into that sometimes. And two people who were really cool, they can become, I don't want to say enemies, but they can become strangers and
definitely strangers and all that stuff. And,
right. So I'm hoping for the best in the future, and maybe one day we can.
Yeah, you can all sit down.
Say what's up to each other.
Yeah, and put things past each other, and just keep it moving, man. Because that's one of the biggest things, man. Having regrets and all that stuff, just holding on to like all that, I guess, pain.
Yeah.
I held a lot of that stuff in for the longest time, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't express that stuff to friends and family because I had my own image of myself and how I reflected to other people. I'm supposed to be this strong man and all this, and take care of people. I can't see them. I can't have them seeing me break down. Yeah. But at the same time, that's normal. I wouldn't say like a full blown breakdown of like, like laying in like the aisle of a convenience store. You see what I'm saying? Like
crying and shit.
That does happen.
Yeah.
That does happen to people. And, that's a serious thing.
Yeah.
And, but I never wanted to have anyone like see me at my vulnerable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that this and the conversations that I have is allowing me to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right now it's just me and you. We're talking, and I feel free talking to you about anything and everything.
Yeah.
But it's actually putting it out there for the whole world. Really, anyone, the whole world can just see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I know.
And people could say whatever they want, and I don't care, man.
Yeah.
And really, I haven't gotten any negativity back at all.
No, and you're not going to get negativity back. They're going to just keep it to themselves and maybe say it to other people. But so far, I haven't heard anything bad. Yeah. And that's good. We're making people happy, and
we're trying, man.
Right. And it's about it. Like we were talking about being truly happy and patching things up with people and stuff like that. And like, the past since like April 23rd, which was my birthday, I haven't been fully happy because, me and my dad were really close. He was my biggest hero growing up, and, a lot of love for him or whatever. Well, but I won't get too deep into it, but, we haven't spoken since April 23rd.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
And it's bad. And so that makes me very upset, and it makes me unhappy because he was my go-to to talk to him about things that I needed, or sometimes I just wanted to talk to him, and he would make me happy for those moments where I was feeling sad. And when you don't have that anymore because of a falling out, it it's hard to deal with. Mm-hmm. So we have to try to figure out a way to patch things up with people who made us happy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, and that's why I was saying with Brian, I considered him a friend. I was close with him, and, he made me happy when I seen him. He made me happy when we had those conversations. We would laugh and talk about whatever. And now when I see him, I'm unhappy, and when I think about my dad, we happy all my life, and then when we have a falling out, every day that goes by that we don't speak, it's a day that I'm not as happy as I can be.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you never know what happens in the future, but you just got to hope for the best.
And that's the thing, man. That goes with that time too. Like the time we have is limited.
Right. And you think about that. You think about, well, should I hold on to this grudge? Because what if tomorrow something bad happens to anybody, to anything? It could be the world, whatever.
Yeah.
And you lose somebody that you love before you got a chance to patch things up.
Yeah.
And then you'll never find that happiness again.
Because you'll be holding on to that.
Yes.
Now that person's gone, and
right.
that's unfortunate. But at the same time too, it's, that person at the same time too, I look at it now as like that person, they are on their own life path and they're going through it.
Right.
And when they, hopefully one day that they'll really open up their mind and their heart to things and really evolve in a way to where they are accepting of everything.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at in my life. Like I accept everything, even though that there are things that are going on with friends and family that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But I accept it, and if they ever want to reach out to me and say, hey man, let's talk about this, or let's do this and let's do that. And, it's always there.
Yeah.
For myself personally, I'm trying to build a stronger relationship with my father. I've growing up and everything, it was really, really, I guess tough times to where he was one of like 7 kids. So I'm not sure if that was something that was, if he didn't get the attention that he needed or so on and so forth. I mean, it was just different times then.
Yeah.
So my grandfather, he was in World War II, and, it was just a different time of, a generation to where they were rough. That was
right.
That was like tough loving, man. So
Yeah.
I get it and I understand. And, I got to give it to my father. He always provided for whatever I wanted or I needed. The biggest thing was every year we would go, before wrestling season, he would like, pick out whatever shoes you want.
Yeah.
And I would, find ones that I really liked, and, I would look at prices and all that stuff, and, I would always pick, like a medium one.
Yeah.
And at the same time too, when I was young, style was the thing as well. So, but yeah, man, I'm trying more and more to be that person, to like reaching out to him and just like having, I go over my parents' place and having conversations with him that I never thought I would talk with him about. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm at the age now to where I'm really starting to get into politics, but really looking at both sides and really like researching and in depth and all that stuff to where I can have a good conversation, even no matter what person perceives. Like there's never a point to where I'm pushing a point of view. It's like, hey, this is my point of view. And then normally someone, if they're against that point of view, they'll come right back and they'll be like, oh, this and this and this and this. I'm like, okay, but why do you feel that way?
Right.
Why do you look at it this way? Like,
Yeah.
I want to know why in a sense. And some people have an answer. They're like, well, this is what I feel, and this here, and it adds up to this. I'm like, I understand now. Now I learned something about that I didn't know before. And then some people are just like, that's just what I believe. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You got to respect it.
Yeah, absolutely. But
what it is.
But what about thinking about this? No, It is what it is. That's one of the things I always hated when people said that.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But
hey, but it is what it is.
But let me tell you,
Yeah.
It is what you make it.
Right, but you can't change other people.
You can't change other
then
people.
Can it be? It is what it is with that.
Well, you can change your reaction to those people. You could change your perception and how you view that person or accepting that person.
Yeah.
It's, I used to say it is what you make it all the time, and except for the weather. But at the same time too, because the weather is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't control the weather. Well, you can't control other people.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, you can control your outcome. You can plan ahead. You could look, hey man, I'm going to interact with this person. I know how they are. Or even if somebody you don't know, you could still go with that intent with like going out. Well, I'm looking at the weather. It looks beautiful out. I'm going to wear shorts and a t-shirt. It could rain. I'm going to throw a rain jacket in my car.
It is what it is.
Or, I'm just going to plan for it and say, hey,
if I get rained on,
I get rained on, man.
Isn't that it is what it is?
But it's not going to affect me. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's raining and I'm wet. No, I planned for it, man. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I know
I
what you
mean,
mean.
I kind of just like rolling with it.
I know, but for people, like say if Brian never speaks to me again.
Yeah.
At that point, I gotta say it is what it is. Say if my dad never talks to me again and we don't talk.
Yeah.
That's a hard it is what it is.
But you're making the best out of it is what I'm trying to say.
I'm trying to make the best of it.
To where you have that door open.
My pride prevents me from looking at that person and saying, yo, bro, what's up? A simple, what's that called? Extending an olive branch?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Out of the fear of that person ignoring me, because then now I get set off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because if I say what's up to somebody that I have maybe issues with, and I'm trying to patch it up, and they ignore me, now I turn into a different person. And then I turn into that, man, fuck you then. And I feel like that's what would happen.
You got to let that
so
go,
I'm
though, man.
I'm afraid to say, hey, bro, what's going on, man? Because it starts with a simple, what's up?
But, I mean, I feel like with you, by extending that and keep extending that.
Right. But my pride won't allow me to, if that person's reaction is negative.
Oh, yeah.
And ignoring somebody is a negative reaction. My pride will not allow me to let that go. I won't be able to walk by and in my head go, oh, well, he just ignored me. I can't. I have to, because I'm very vocal.
I got you.
I have to verbally let them know how I feel about them ignoring my olive branch. And that's what I'm afraid of. And that's why people who have issues probably won't speak again, because it could be two guys that are too proud.
Oh, yeah.
They'll just leave it alone.
Oh,
me and my dad are the same. We're very proud.
Yes. Yeah.
We're very hard-headed. We're very stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true.
But happiness.
I got you.
Bring it back to the happiness.
Bringing it back to the happiness.
Go ahead and wrap this up.
We are. This is man.
We could take this a whole different direction.
This is such a good conversation.
I know.
It's great. I did enjoy this so much, man. And I can't wait for the next one because of the conversation that we have.
Yeah.
We do have some plans of having some guests on here. We have some plans of people calling in.
I know we got to get into that.
We're gonna really next time we're gonna really test that waters.
Yeah.
We'll call somebody and we'll do some tests.
And it sucks. I would love to be on with certain people, but our days off just don't match.
Yeah, man. That's scheduling and everything.
I love Marcus. I want to be with Marcus on a show because that's my guy. Yeah. I love that dude. But unfortunately, our days off don't mix. But
you might have to get a day off when he's off, man. And
yeah, we'll see what happens. There's always time. Maybe we can try to work it out. But
absolutely.
Other than him, like Legs, I would love to be on with Legs. Especially
dude,
and Jordan. I love those are my guys, bro.
Same thing.
Like, I love those guys.
If you guys know Legs out there, you see him, let him know that this podcast isn't dead because he's been spreading that word, man.
Is he really?
That's what I heard, man. George said it, man. George said it was like, man, Legs said this podcast is dead.
Did he really? Legs,
I don't know if he really did or not.
Stop being a negative Nancy, Legs.
I don't know, but if you guys see Legs out there and you listen to this part of the show,
he's always caught up in some drama, man. Legs, stop talking shit and embrace us and love us.
Just every time you see Legs, tell him that podcast isn't dead, man.
Podcast isn't dead.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you have any final words there, Ronnie?
I want to spread happiness to everybody, man, and. We grow and every day we learn and we change and we're constantly evolving. And the person that I was a couple months ago, it's not the person who I am now. Yeah, and the person I am a couple months from now, I'm going to be different months. Right. So every day we're changing. We live, we learn, we go through things with people and life is short. So absolutely, patch things up with people that matter to you. And if it doesn't matter, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I just want to spread happiness to people. I want to send a shout out to you. I love you, man. And
love you too, brother.
Everyone that gives us love, just try to be happy. Get out there, do something good for somebody.
Yeah, man. Spread that happiness, man. Be happy with what you have.
Right.
And always strive to be better.
Yeah. Stay off of social media with negative comments. I used to do that. That's what got me into a lot of arguments with people. And, you know, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it at all.
Yeah, just accept people for their views and all that stuff. And just
unless it's sports. If you're trash talking about sports, feel free to trash talk as much as you want. Okay?
That's so funny, man.
That's all fun and games.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
What do you got for us at the end there?
Oh, if you like what you've seen and you want to see more, like, subscribe, share, comment below. And as always, thank you.
Man. Thank you very much.